What is up, gamers? It is Will 777 JP back at it again with another one, and today I got another video game pickup. Now, this video shouldn't be too long, but I just want to share my excitement with you guys. I picked up one of my favorite games of all time, and look how tiny this thing is, man. Look how tiny these Switch 2 games are, but it's for the Switch 2. And I know some of you guys are going to be like, hey, Will, the Switch 2 just came out. How do you already have one of your favorite games of all time? Well, I'm going to get into that and the reason why I got this game. But before I do, thank you guys so much for being here, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you stay up to date whenever I drop new videos. And if you're one of those people that want to support the channel, an extra step, we have a thank you button over down by the subscribe button. It is in the shape of a heart. And there, every single dollar we make, we're going to reinvest into the channel with better recording equipment, editing equipment, better quality videos, more games so we can keep doing our videos. But let me show you guys what I got, man. And I paid full retail for this thing. Here's my receipt. I paid full retail for this thing. I didn't get any freaking savings. I didn't get anything, right? That's how much I love this game. I was going to wait a little bit, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get it. But it is Cyberpunk 2. Not 2. Cyberpunk for the Switch 2. Let's go. Let me move this camera up a little bit. And y'all, I love Cyberpunk. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This game is just phenomenal, man. I don't know how else to say it. I do have another video that I made a while ago, like top 10 reasons of why I love Cyberpunk or some shit like that. Go watch it, and you'll get a more in-depth look of why I love Cyberpunk. But I already own Cyberpunk for the PS4. Got this day one. I was trying to buy it again for the PS5, but they didn't have any copies. And I was like, oh shit, I almost forgot all about the Switch. I'll buy the Switch 2 version instead. Which is something I've been trying to get for a while. Or since the Switch 2 came out. So a couple weeks ago, about a few weeks ago, Warrior64 tweeted out Instacart had a $50 like coupon or something for first time Instacart users. My plan was to buy Cyberpunk for the Switch with that. Now, I placed the order. I ended up spending like $30 out of pocket or something like that, or 20 something. And then I get an alert that my order is being delayed because of the driver. Okay, fine. And then I get another alert an hour later that the driver canceled the freaking order. And Instacart refunded my money. And I was pissed because that was $50, right? I think it was 50. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll buy it later, right? Because I don't need it, but I want it. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what? I definitely need to get a Switch 2 version of Cyberpunk. Because based on what I've read, and of course, I don't know this to be certain because I haven't really done too much research, but based on what people have been saying online, is that Cyberpunk for the Switch 2 is all in the cartridge. The main game and Phantom Liberty DLC is all in the cartridge, which I really mess with because the PS4 version of Cyberpunk is a broken, buggy mess, right? The PS5 version, which I don't own, I'm trying to find a copy, is has the game but not the DLC. So the Switch 2 version is the only copy of this game where the whole thing is on there. Except for the new update that they just released, I don't know, last week or something like that, a couple weeks ago. So, but the Phantom Liberty DLC is on there, the game itself is on there, and I'm hyped because that means that for the rest of my life, I will be able to grab this game out of my collection whether servers are there or not. Put it on the Switch 2 and play it. Now, I know somebody will be like, well, you know, in 20, 30 years, you may not even be able to find a Switch 2, right? True, but just like we have now, we have all sorts of hardware that is off-brand, made by third party, that you can play the retro stuff in, right? So it's not from Nintendo, or it's not from PlayStation, or it's not from Xbox, but the hardware allows you to play those old retro games. And I'm sure there'll be something like that, right? Because we got that stuff now. So I definitely wanted this. This is the actual complete edition of Cyberpunk in my hands. And yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I understand that the PS5 version of this game is the best looking, frame rate, graphics, I mean the whole 9 yards, right? So I'm not going to get that same visual crispiness that I would get playing the game on the console. But what I do get is the Switch 2 plays this game more powerful than a PS4 Pro. That I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool with that. Now, we'll see in 20 years how graphics look and gameplay looks and all that, but right now during the PS5 gen, I feel like we're in diminishing returns. I feel like graphics improvements aren't as big as like from PS1 to PS2, PS2 to PS3, PS3 to PS4, right? PS4 to PS5. It's not, you know. So we'll see what PS5 to PS6, PS6 to PS7 looks like, which is right around 20 years. Maybe PS8 if they continue on, because each console generation is about 7 years. So 7, 14, 21 years. But we will see, man. But this is a banger of a game. I highly recommend it. I really like how in this cover they have all the main characters on here. Songbird, well, you have Johnny, and then Idris Elba's character and Songbird are part of the DLC. So that right away lets me know that the DLC's on here, right? Another thing too, if we compare Cyberpunk for the PS4, this one had the full yellow background. This one only has part yellow background. The rest is red, which goes really well with the Switch 2 red up there. But yeah, I love this game, man. I really, really love it. This is what it looks like on the side. Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition. Here's the back. But yeah, so I know that the fidelity in this game isn't as strong as a PS5 or even a base PS5. But I'm okay with that because the game still runs at 1080p docked and I believe 720 handheld. But you can get 60 frames per second, 40 frames per second, and I believe it's 30 frames per second on quality mode. So those are pretty decent figures there. But there it is, man. I'm gonna cut it short. I just want to show you guys my excitement for this. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I am gonna be doing a will it play with no internet with this. I'm sure it's gonna work just fine because Cyberpunk or CD Projekt Red told us that it will play with no internet, right? They put the whole game on the cartridge. But either way, we'll go ahead and run that test real quick, get my initial impressions, and yeah, we'll take it from there. But I'm super happy about this, a complete edition of Cyberpunk in my hands, physically. Oh, that's awesome with DLC. But there y'all have it, man. Thanks so much for showing up and being here and being part of my excitement. And we'll catch you in the next one. Keep it gaming.